Well, last night was the final night of CommieFest 2024, aka the DNC convention in Chicago. We go to the top 20 most embarrassing moments of that event. I'm Josh Berganzo, and this, I won't say embarrassing, more like retarded.
It's not a rhetorical question. Are you retarded?
And it's what's next. Hey, happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are feeling good today. Of course, always good to go into the weekend. Yesterday, I took the day off, just to clear my head, tweak a few things on the equipment. But as always, I'm here for you. Last night was the final night of the DNC convention, the CommieFest 2024. And of course, this week has been no disappointment. We've heard lies, lies, and more lies, bullshittery at its best, hypocrisy at its highest. And of course, the final night ended with one cackling Kamala. Kamala knee pads. Kamala Willie Brown. Yes, queen of the word salad. But on this, she may be missing. Just saying. That may be for my next video, my follow-up video. But anyway, we go to Vigilant Fox, and these are the top 20 most embarrassing moments, or I like to say, idiotic, retarded moments of the DNC convention. Coming in at number 20, Joe Biden battles a teleprompter and loses.
The majority wrote the following, quote, "Women are not without electoral."
Yeah, that speaks for itself. Coming in at number 19, Kamala preaches, it's outdated, wrong, backward to think policy creates more safety. Meanwhile, exactly what you got. You have Chicago police out in force, making sure that the peaceful protesters, those lovely Hamas lovers, didn't do anything stupid or crazy, like burn American flags or shit like that. Coming in at number 18, an unhinged liberal loses his mind in the mere sight of Vivek Ramaswamy.
I better do that. So you figure out who that is, and who's going to revive national pride and keep us out of World War III. Figure out who you think is going to be the best person to do that. And whoever that is, that's going to be the right vote for the country.
Telling young people that we do not have the right to vote. You are a clown. Coming out here and telling the folks.
You gotta love how Vivek is just focused with who's in front of him.
I think the only thing that was it's
and I am deeply disappointed in you. And for you to say.
Dude's an ass clown, yes, and I guarantee you, he pees sitting down. Let's see, coming in at number 17, CNN obliterates DNC's fear-mongering hoax about Donald Trump and Project 2025 with a devastating fact check.
Listen to this claim from Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester of Delaware about Project 2025 and former President Trump.
He has, with his friends, said the quiet parts out loud, but not only said them out loud, he wrote a book about it. What's it called? Project 2025.
That is false. Trump did not write Project 2025.
Number 16. Oprah says, childless cat lady CNN cuts to a random woman in the crowd who had no idea it was coming. Didn't know CNN was that savage.
We just try to do the best we can to save them. And if the place happens to belong to a childless cat lady,
pretty much says all you need to know. Number 16, Dr. Jill Biden says she watched as Sleepy Joe dug deep into her soul and decided to no longer seek re-election, because of a coup.
And weeks ago, when I saw him dig deep into his soul and decide to no longer seek re-election and endorse Kamala Harris. And weeks ago.
Yeah, because that's how it went down. Number 14, Jake Tapper unexpectedly points out that Tim Walz lied about his wife using IVF, sending CNN to a tailspin as they rush to defend him.
J.D. Vance knows nothing about that. And then he keeps going into all of these things. Today's IVF day. Thank God for IVF. My wife and I have 2 beautiful children.
Now, that's not accurate, right? I mean, It wasn't IVF.
Any woman
Come here, Sergeant Major.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. I want to.
Any one of the 1 in 7 women who goes through fertility treatments, IUI is part of the suite of fertility treatments. It's a step below IVF. It's direct insemination versus creating embryos.
It doesn't matter. He called out, exactly, he called out facts. And of course, they were tripping on themselves, stepping on rakes, because of course, it's cuck NN. Number 13, Mike Lindell, in disguise, without a mustache, trolls Harry the sissy boy. Have you gotten your vasectomy yet?
Proven sexual abuser, convicted felon.
Harry Sisson, have you gotten your vasectomy yet? I think that's what the audience wants to know.
Have you got your vasectomy yet? Did you get your vasectomy? Were you aborted?
Funny how he was quiet, because he did. Coming in at number 12, New Jersey man dressed up as a woman announced delegates, then he forgets what he wants to say as he gets caught up in his pronouns and his Trump derangement syndrome.
My name is Dr. Joey Perella, pronouns she, her, hers. I'm a proud resident of the Garden State. I'm proud to stand with Kamala Harris and Tim Walz because they stand with the LGBT.
All right, that's enough of that bullshit. Coming in at number 11, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Yes, Gretchen Whitmer accidentally emasculates Tim Walz on live TV.
It's the red lip. I can see it. Tim Walz. So, Tim, my daughters were saying to me, you know, he's like a male version of you, Mom. And I thought that was so funny. Minus the red lip. I can see it. But he's right.
But they don't call him Tampon Tim for nothing. Coming in at number 10, Matt Walsh. Of course, he unlocked legend status with this photobomb during the event.
Work with all kinds of people, and she was effective in getting things done. One of the things she pushed, which we succeeded in, was $35 insulin.
And there he is. That's right. Gotta love it. Coming in at number 9, CNN panelist openly questions how Bill Clinton can make these kind of stages when the American people knows a lot of other things about him.
When I was growing up out there, my dad and all the other guys like my dad, blue-collar guys, they love Bill Clinton. All Clinton guys. And now, my dad and every single one of them that I know, all Donald Trump guys. When I see him come out here tonight and I think about the audience in this convention, I think the Democratic Party did once have a bunch of people who Bill Clinton would appeal to. I think they're gone.
Coming in at number 8, Biden-Harris Commerce Secretary goes into full denial mode after learning that nearly 1 million jobs in administration created don't actually exist. Don't actually exist.
When you hear that, do you potentially think that this new numbers could be a liability for this campaign?
No, when I hear that, first of all, I don't believe it because I've never heard Donald Trump say anything truthful.
It is, though, from the Bureau of Labor.
I'm not familiar with that.
Of course, because she's retarded. Coming in at number 7, resurfaced video reveals that Texas sheriff who just endorsed Kamala and DNC was urging her and Biden to fix the border crisis in 22.
Traffickers. And when the traffickers didn't stop, she put them in jail.
Tell us about what you are asking for. What are your needs?
Well, right now, thank you for having me first off. Right now, what I'm asking for is for the president or a member of his administration that can make decisions to come down and talk to not just me, but at least 12 other Texas sheriffs from major counties in the state of Texas that are dealing with this issue firsthand. So I'd like to see somebody from Washington come down here, get boots on the ground, get eyes on the issue at hand, and then talk to us about.
What a piece of shit. Coming in at number 6, Jake Tapper crushes Joe Biden on live TV, and he doesn't even realize it.
Obviously, where there was an homage to President Biden. The candidates were, in the minds of Democrats, one candidate, the Republican, who would come out and offend them, and the other candidate, their candidate, the Democrat, Joe Biden, who would come out and they would sit on the edge of their seat and hope that he didn't say something meandering or off message or addled. And that fear about their nominee speaking is gone. Now they have somebody who does project joy, and they're not.
That's funny because you see how far back he had to reach for that one. Anyway, coming in at number 5, some random state senator says Trump could even weaponize the department. Really? No one even know who the fuck she is, and I'm not even going to bother. Number 4, man savagely trolls obvious BBC reporter with a spot-on impersonation of a Kamala Harris reporter. The legend who did this? Alex Stringer.
Black women that could be the president of the United States. And you know, like my wife, right? We're in a polyamorous relationship. The lover that my wife took is African American, and like I've learned so much about the struggle that people of color go through as a result of my wife's boyfriend. And so I'm excited to really do my part to show solidarity for my marginalized communities. And like the best way to do that is to get the first woman of color to be the commander-in-chief. And I'm really excited. I'm so pumped. Were you this pumped and excited when Joe Biden was the nominee? I mean, listen, like I would vote for a corpse over voting for Donald Trump because he's a disgusting fascist, white supremacist pig. But now, like, you know, we get to really make history. We have, you know, like I said, we have the first woman of color to be president of the United States in like our country. It was founded on the...
I love it. I love it. I love it. Coming in at number 3, Chris Cuomo. Yes, remember him? Unexpectedly calls out the hypocrisy at the DNC.
Whether it's in taxes, largesse, loopholes. The RNC, we heard the same thing. They're going after the elites. But there's another reality that is literally looking down on them. Greg, look at the ring of sweets, okay? This is not unique to Democrats. There is a game of money. When people talk about uniparty, we are strangled by the money reality in our politics. Those sweets.
Boom. Coming in at number 2, a Democrat member of Chicago City Council comes out against his own party on live TV, saying the convention is failing.
Democrats winning any new voters at this convention?
I highly doubt it. I think this is all playing to their own base, not trying to recruit new people, because clearly the Democratic Party, my party, is not interested in talking about what matters. How are you going to keep people safe? How are you going to secure the border? And how are you going to deal with the 8 million undocumented individuals that they let in under Kamala Harris's lead?
11.
Democrats winning any new
But anyway, and coming in at number 1, Bernie Sanders calls out the DNC to his face. Billionaires in both parties should not be able to buy elections, including primary elections.
At the very top of that to-do list is the need to get big money out of our political process.
Seems like the crowd's on board.
Billionaires in both parties should not be able to buy elections, including primary elections.
Tell him, Bernie.
At the very top.
Tell him, Bernie. What a way to wrap it up. But of course, there was a person who was clearly omitted from this whole situation, this whole top 20, and that was being one cackling Kamala Harris. But I've got her on a video all by herself, so she's special. Anyway, for this to end with Bernie Sanders saying we don't need big money in primaries. We don't need big money in elections because big money ruins it all. He knows of what he speaks. He was the number 1 vote getter in 2020. Till he was no longer. And they, of course, they drug out the corpse, one Joe Dementia. So Bernie's a little salty, and rightly so. But the hypocrisy of this week, from Oprah to Big Mike to Barry Obama, you know, to the stupidity and ignorance of Gretchen Whitmer, you know, who called out Tim Walz for being a tampon that he is. It just went on and on and on. If you were somebody who was heavily into politics and stood there and was able to watch this garbage fest the entire week, I guarantee you lost a lot of brain cells. You know, that's gone. You're never getting that back. Me? No. I had other things to do, you know, like work and pay bills and, you know, family and what have you, you know, those things. Remember those things, you know? But it was a fun week. It was a trash-filled fest week. Of course, you know, we weren't even, and on top of it, we weren't even talking about the knuckleheads outside of the stadium burning flags and acting the fool. Cops out there in force building walls. Gee, I wonder why that hasn't been, you know, used before. Anyway, those were the top 20 stupidity, ignorant, asinine moments of the DNC convention of 2024. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please have a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.